Right now at 6, the parents of a 13-year-old killed by a stray bullet as he slept make a public plea for the suspects to be brought to justice.
And whoever's hiding them, I just hope that you make the best decision and turn them in.
And a teen charged in a tragic off-roading accident that killed a teenage girl, while her parents are asking for leniency.
While our hearts are broken for our daughter, they are also broken for Aiden and his family.
Plus, a connection to one of the gorge's most popular attractions reopens ahead of schedule, while new parking rules take effect.
You're in the gorge, it's scenic, it's lovely. It's really a bummer to have to stress out about parking.
And later in sports, welcome to the show. A former Jesuit High star pitcher makes his major league debut and outduels one of the best pitchers in the game. Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Pitawanich.
And I'm David Mulco. For the first time, we're hearing from the mother of a teenager who was killed by a stray bullet while asleep in his bed, with mom saying she wants those responsible brought to justice.
Joe Ranieri is live in Milwaukee tonight. Joe, today holds special significance for the family.
It really does. Today would have been 14-year-old Liam Bailey's 14th birthday, and he spent a lot of time at this skate park here in Milwaukee where he loves skating more than anything. Now there's a mural that's been painted by a local artist to memorialize him.
No parent should have to go through what Jessica Bailey has been going through.
Liam was a bright-eyed 13-year-old boy.
But it's especially hard on this day. May 19th should be a day of celebration for Liam Spanley Bailey.
Today's his birthday. He was supposed to be 14.
Early in the morning on April 27th, Liam was shot inside his dad's apartment on Southwest 11th Avenue in Gresham.
He loved his family. He loved his brothers. He loved his friends. He loved his girlfriend, Grace.
Liam was asleep when a stray bullet went into the apartment and killed him. It's coming up on nearly a month since the shooting, and Jessica is still waiting to find out more.
All I know is there was a shooting. His dad, William, called me at 2 a.m. and told me something had happened.
Gresham police haven't released much information yet, but late last week they released the names of the 3 suspects that are wanted for Liam's murder. Police want help finding 20-year-old Anthony Hunter Jr., 20-year-old Xavier Hirsch, and 16-year-old Terrell Coy, while his mom waits for justice.
In his spare time, he loves skateboarding. In the past 2 years, he's been working really hard on getting better at skating and doing tricks.
She'll always remember the joy her son brought to her and his skating community.
Now, Jessica Bailey, who you just heard from, is pleading with anybody who knows where the suspects' whereabouts are to please come forward. And if you do have any information about where those suspects might be or the shooting from April 27th, Gresham Police would like to hear from you. David and Christine, back to you.
Yeah, an absolute tragedy there. Joe Ranieri in Milwaukee tonight. Thank you, Joe. Well, we have some new information this evening about a police shooting in Oregon City, with the Clackamas County DA confirming the name of the man who died.
The DA's office says it happened around 5 a.m. Friday outside a home on Claremont Way. Investigators say 58-year-old Scott Farmer called the police non-emergency number saying he was suicidal, then hung up. When officers got there, authorities say Farmer ignored commands and pulled out a gun. Investigators say Farmer fired 5 times, and an Oregon City officer returned fire, hitting Farmer in the hip. While injured and on the ground, Farmer then took his own life. No officers were hurt. The Oregonian reporting Farmer is a former police officer. KGW is working to confirm that detail. A reminder, if you or someone you know needs help, there is someone available 24/7. Just call the number on your screen. That is 988 to reach the suicide prevention hotline.
All right, we begin your headlines tonight by acknowledging another tough story. A 6th grader at Portland's Hosford Middle School has died. Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies say he shot himself in what appears to be an accidental shooting. The school has identified the victim as Elios Renteria and shared the news of his death with permission from his family. The school has trauma intervention workers available for students and staff and has started a fundraiser to support his family.
A man accused of shooting and killing another man near the Steel Bridge in Old Town earlier this month appeared in court this afternoon. Portland police arrested 55-year-old Sean Gunton yesterday, about a week ago on Sunday. 49-year-old Froylan Ortiz was found shot to death on Northwest Nato Parkway. Gunton was booked into Multnomah County Jail on charges including second-degree murder. He is being held without bail.
An Alaska Airlines flight from Chicago made an emergency landing at PDX this morning after it reported a blown tire on takeoff. This is video of the plane taxiing after landing safely. Alaska telling us the crew determined it was safe to continue the flight, though as a precaution, pilots declared an emergency landing. The airline says technicians are now evaluating the plane.
And you may have seen this sign on your commute today. West Linn police are looking for 81-year-old Judith Roberts. They say she was last seen Friday sitting in her white Volkswagen Jetta with license plate 501JYP on Wildwood Drive in West Linn. She's about 5'6" with short gray hair and glasses. Police say she has cognitive issues and may be endangered and does not have her cell phone. If you see her, call 911.
And tomorrow is Oregon's special election with turnout on the lower end, which is typical for off-cycle elections. In the Portland Metro, one of the largest items on the ballot is a $1.8 billion bond for Portland Public Schools. Now remember, all ballots must be postmarked by Tuesday or in a drop box by 8 p.m. on Election Day. The Multnomah County Elections Office on Southeast Morrison and Voting Center Express in Gresham will both be open late tomorrow for anyone who has questions or needs help with their ballot. Get those ballots in. By the way, we're going to be covering the key races, including that huge PPS bond, on a special election edition of KGW News. That's Tuesday at 9 p.m., streaming only on our free TV app, KGW+. Matt?
All right, David, thanks very much. We started with rain this morning, got some great sun breaks. Now the showers are bubbling up again. Downtown Portland doesn't look too bad right now, but we're cloudy here. Still some sun over on the east side, and there's been some pretty good showers. See one right there up around the Columbia River and up in the Clark County. We're 62 right now and not raining in Portland at the moment, but here are the showers I was talking about moving up through northern Clark County right now. They were over Portland just a bit ago, and I widen out a bit. You can see there's still plenty of showers over the Coast Range and, in fact, coming in from offshore as they come into radar range. You see them. So we're going to have showers on and off through tonight, through tomorrow, before things dry out a bit. We'll get some more showers later in the week, but there's some pretty good news for the Memorial Day weekend forecast that is coming our way. Rainfall in the last 24 hours, not that much. Portland only 0.14 of an inch. More up in Washington, up on the Olympic Peninsula, 0.85 of an inch at Forks. But you know who had more than that on Saturday? We did. Check out the rainfall totals from Saturday. We'll start with that. It was our rainiest day of the year, 1.23 inches, also a record for the date. Here are the other four, February, March, February, and then January 31st, but none of them really even came that close. So it was a soaker very early Saturday morning. Then we ended up with sun breaks later in the day. So it was a super interesting day, but that pushed our rainfall for the month above average by a little bit, which is kind of an accomplishment considering how dry it has been. We've got scattered showers right through tomorrow, then it dries out. We'll see some more showers on Thursday in the morning, but not that much. And the weekend, quite the warm-up on the way. Really looks pleasant. We'll let you know how warm it's going to get a bit later, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, I love the idea of some good news. Thanks, Matt.
Now at 6, the parents of a Scappoose High School student killed in a crash over the weekend on Savvi Island pleaded with a judge today to be lenient on the 18-year-old charged in his death.
Devin Haskins is live at the Multnomah County Courthouse. So Devin, walk us through what we know here.
Yeah, David and Christine, over the weekend, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office on Savvi Island arresting the 18-year-old driver. He was driving a UTV on private property when it flipped over, killing a teenage girl. Today, that driver, 18-year-old Aiden Hurd, appeared in Multnomah County Court this afternoon. He's charged with several crimes, including second-degree manslaughter and driving under the influence. Just after midnight on Sunday morning, deputies were called out to the private property on Savvi Island for a utility task vehicle crash. They say a 17-year-old girl died in that crash. Today in court, her mom reading a statement to the judge asking for leniency against Hurd.
While our hearts are broken for our daughter, they are also broken for Aiden and his family. Aiden is forever changed by what happened, and it will haunt him for the rest of his life. So many young people will be impacted. While Aiden might be just 18 years old, he is so young and deserves a chance to build his life.
Aiden Hurd was given a $50,000 bond. The Scappoose School District also acknowledged the death of a high school student, sending a letter out to parents saying that more counselors and staff would be on hand for students if they needed it. Back to you.
A terrible and difficult situation all around. Thank you, Devin.
In an update tonight, Clackamas County has a new commissioner who takes over the spot of a recently elected commissioner who was, you may remember, criminally charged and then stepped down.
The new commissioner is Diana Helm, the former mayor of Damascus. The County Board of Commissioners appointed her earlier this afternoon. Helm will serve in the role through December of next year. An election will be held for the rest of the term, which runs through 2028.
There's a lot of county to represent here, so I want to do my best. I want to make you proud. I want to work with everyone and be on your team and move forward, and we'll see where it goes.
Helm is replacing Melissa Fireside, who was elected last November but resigned after she was charged with 8 felony counts of theft and forgery. Fireside is accused of taking financial advantage of an elderly man.